This tractor is essential for HYDER ANWAR's farm here in Sudan's Jazeera state. He says he inherited it from his father, and he uses it to dig canals to irrigate his crops or till the soil. But he says the machinery is so old it's not as efficient as it used to be.
I have had some equipment for 20 years. Some has been with me for 25. We actually use equipment that has been refurbished. We can't afford to buy new equipment. If something breaks, we weld it. There's no investment in the project to afford modern equipment.
HYDER's farm is part of the Gezira agricultural project. It's a 2.2 million acre agricultural scheme that's one of the largest of its type in the world. It was established nearly a century ago and was once regarded as the breadbasket of Sudan. Crops like sorghum, cotton, and wheat were harvested, not just for local consumption, but also for export. Now, only about half of the land is being farmed.
The input for harvests is not always affordable to farmers, and the seeds aren't always the best. The land is there, the water for irrigation is there, but there is need to rehabilitate the facilities of the project.
More than 130,000 farmers work on the project that's managed by the government. But farmers say the government hasn't invested enough. Most of the machinery around here has been in use for years. Farmers say a failure to modernize the Gezira scheme has led to a decline in production of crops in the country. For example, 75% of the country's wheat was once harvested here. Now most is imported. Other crops have also been affecting market prices and reducing the availability of food in the country. The World Food Programme says a third of Sudan's 43 million people don't have enough food, partly because they can't afford it. The organization says investing in agriculture in places like Jazeera project will help the country and others. But Sudan's political crisis may deter investment.
The fertile land that you see behind me, projects like this, well, you can not only feed Sudan, you can help feed the whole world. And so that's why we're here. We've got to resolve some of the issues in Sudan so we can move forward, bring in private sector investors that will work with smallholder farmers, maximize harvest, yields, production, and we solve food security around the world.
HYDER says he hopes to see more investment in the project. That would help him not only get modern equipment and increase production, but also grow enough crops so that Jazeera project can once again export food from Sudan. Hiba Morgan, Al Jazeera, Jazeera State.